Hi, day 17 of Move More in March with Ellie from My Body Works. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm making a big shift today in my morning routine. Usually I get outside as quickly as I can in the morning and I walk for 20 minutes. Starting today, I'm going to move for 5 minutes on the floor. I'm going to start a movement practice that's going to be consistent, regular, every day. And how am I going to do that? Repetition. And I'm going to check off every day that I've done that. So you can join me. We're going to do 5 minutes today. The thing that I want to talk about actually is normally when I do my movement practice, there isn't a set structure to it, because really what I'm doing is I'm tapping in. I feel what my body needs at that moment. Every body is unique. Everybody has different needs, and those needs change over time. What I do today may be different from what I would do in a month from now. But to get you started, because that takes practice also, being able to tap in to know what it is your body's telling you and what it wants. That takes practice. But to get you started, I'm going to give you 4 things that we're going to work on today that you can just start. 1 minute for each of those things. All right? So let's take a look at what those things are actually before I do them. So we're going to do a 1 minute breathing. We're going to do a 1 minute rocking. We're going to do some hip mobility and some footwork. I am not going to record me doing a whole minute of breathing because that won't be very fun for you to watch, but I want you to do a whole minute of breathing. Same with the rocking. I will try to do it briefly, but I want you to take a little bit longer. If you end up being on the floor and moving for longer than 5 minutes, that's great, not a problem. I usually say at least 5 minutes, and I usually take longer because once I'm down there, once I'm on the floor doing the movement, it feels good. So I want to keep going. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to shift the camera so that you can see. So 1 minute moving, 1 minute breathing. You're going to lie on your back. Neck long, chin tucked, chest wide. Hips even, eyes open, tongue at the roof of your mouth. You're going to inhale in your nose and exhale through your mouth. So I want you to inhale for at least the count of 3 or 4 and exhale at least twice that time. So you count as you go in and count as you go out. After you do that for a minute, then we're going to rock. GT stands for greater trochanters. We're going to get those greater trochanters, and you're going to have them move that way and get back lengthening, and then move that way to get front lengthening. And you do that a few times. And then do one side and the other side. Remember, the side that's on the floor is your active leg. This is just floating. If it doesn't float, don't worry about it. But this leg this time is your active leg. And this leg can float as if I were walking. Neutral pelvis. Do that for a minute. Then, getting up. I like to sit like this to get a little bit of hip mobility. If you can't sit like that, right away, that's okay. If you can sit like this, or you can sit on a chair, but what I'm doing is I'm just allowing this leg to extend out. In a way, it's that same movement we just did with one greater trochanter. Actually, depends on which one. This one's probably active, so it's going back and then it's going forward. When it goes forward, this leg goes back. And reach, and I'm reaching with my heel. Now do this side. Both hips are moving. Play with it. Then, if you can get to this position, you can press in on your leg. Press, and you can allow your spine to circle around. Relax the neck. This hip is going back a little bit. And then you can switch to the other side. If you have tightness or pain in an area, you can lean in on it and just kind of rock back and forth. I'm really pushing in on that tissue on my inner thigh. And sweep your spine. You'll notice one side moves different than the other side, likely. Does for me. I don't know why. That doesn't really matter. And you can rock back and forth this way. If you can't sit like this and all you can do is this, that's okay. If you can lean back on your arms and rock. And it looks like I'm rocking from up here, but I'm not. I'm rocking from the hips. Okay, and after we do that for a minute, then you're just going to give your feet a little bit of rubbing. Wiggle your toes. Move at the ankle. You can do this sitting also on a chair if that's easier for you. Adapting. Adapt everything, but know that you will challenge yourself to do more and do better as you go. So challenge, adapt, and challenge. Regress to what you can do, and then progress to where you want to be. That's it for today. Have a great day moving.